You are listening to Lone Star Community Radio on 104.5 KCZW LP Conroe and 106.1 KZCC LP Conroe and worldwide on irlonestar.com.
Conroe and Montgomery County. It is Wednesday hump day here in beautiful downtown Conroe. This is Christy. Welcome to Toast of the Town with Christy and Mel. Mel's going to be coming in hot here in a minute. It has been one of those crazy weeks where everything just kind of happens at once. But we're here. We're excited to be here. It's a beautiful day to be here in downtown Conroe, and we have so many great things going on. It's kind of a that time of year. It's festival season. It's now October. It's officially fall, even though it doesn't feel like it is. But so many great things going on. Willis homecoming this week, which is part of the reason why I'm so frazzled. But lots of great things happening. And along with Mel, I have, as Mel would put it, our resident lumberjack joining us. How are you doing, Mr. Dawson?
Any better, it costs more.
And we're going to be talking about some of the current events that are going on in the world, because there is all kinds of political mayhem happening across the nation, across the world, and lots of interesting things to get to. We obviously have a lot of things happening coming up pretty soon. Tomorrow night kicks off Lobster Fest with Conroe Chamber of Commerce, which is going to be awesome. Are you going, Dick?
Sorry, what?
I said, are you going to be at Lobster Fest?
No.
No?
No, not this year.
That's a terrible shame. It's okay. I'll eat your steak for you.
Okay.
But anyway, we've got Lobster Fest kicking off on Thursday night, and then of course the Lobster Fest golf tournament happening on Friday, and then we roll right into the weekend with all kinds of fun stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what.
You don't know what?
I do know what.
What's
I
that?
do know some things, but I'm not going to be here, so it didn't.
So it doesn't matter. Doesn't resonate.
See, it's not fun because Mel's not here because it's Battle of the Piney Woods.
Oh,
this
that's
Saturday.
right. Yeah, it's a little bit of a football game.
It's kind of a thing.
Yeah, kind of a thing. I know.
Kind of a thing.
I know. So what we should do, honestly, is we should get our college football talk in before Mel gets in here and shuts
better
us
hurry
down.
because here she comes.
Yeah. But yeah, Battle of the Piney Woods. So you got a prediction on that? I think I know I think I know who you think is going to win. You just don't want to say it.
Oh, I think we're going to give him a run. I think it's going to be close at the end,
Yeah.
and I think we're going to have a shot.
Yeah.
Coach has got the boys playing well. They're getting better every year. They beat Lamar, which is a shocker last week. And I think we're catching them at the right time. That we may see a shocker on Saturday afternoon.
Think so, huh?
I do.
What time does the game start?
3:00.
And I believe it's televised, right?
It is. Don't ask me what channel, but I believe it is.
Yeah.
So all the contracts changed recently.
Yeah.
So it may be. I think we're both ESPN schools now because Sam used to be different. They were a Fox Sports affiliate, and that put it on a different. But we're home team this year, so it should be ESPN3.
That's cool, and it's happening down at NRG,
At NRG,
which is a pretty big deal. And hey, Mel.
Hey,
you came in
why are
hot
you
and you
blowing
went.
at people?
Yeah, I know. Listen.
Are you blowing
This
kisses
is-
to people?
So listen, everybody. This is Melanie, and I'm here, and I'd like to throw
They
my
were
2
wondering who
cents
this
worth.
was. They were wondering.
Yeah. No, they weren't.
We kind of announced you were
everybody was
walking in.
wondering.
So.
Okay, yeah, I heard, and that's the reason I did the
gotcha.
curtsy. Yeah, you didn't see it. Brian did, I'm sure. Anyway,
A
so
lovely
let me.
curtsy at that.
Huh?
A lovely curtsy. Hey, don't
Thank
touch
you.
that part of the microphone. You
Oh, I
forget-
know. I heard.
But you
I'm
just
not
did
supposed to. I know, and I'll quit. All right. So everybody out there and toast to the townland. I just want to tell y'all that I got the greatest meme on Facebook yesterday from an attorney friend of mine. And it was a picture of the great Sam Houston statue. And it said, beating SFA since 1863.
Actually, it said 1836.
Okay, well, whatever.
Good Lord. Only a bear can screw that up.
I loved it. It was awesome. I started to send it to you, my favorite little
Do you
lumberjack.
know who sends that to me every year?
Who?
Russell Martinez.
Oh, that's not who I got it from. I got it from an attorney.
He sends that to me every year.
I heard you saw Russell Martinez.
I
the
did
other
see
day.
Russell Martinez the other day. Newest resident of Montgomery County.
I know. He's living up there in the great La La land of, what's the name of that place?
Woodland
The
Hills.
Woodlands up there, Woodland Hills. The Woodlands up north.
Yeah, Woodlands up north.
Yeah. Anyway, Russell Martinez was the Republican Party chair for a number of years. His dad was Republican Party chair.
Of Walker County, right?
Yes, Walker County. I'm so sorry. And now, and for the past, I don't know, 5, 6, 8 years, he has been drumming up support, like financial support, for the Bearcats.
Excellent.
He does. He told me when I saw him, I didn't realize he's doing something with ticketing, but I know he was doing ticketing and development for Sam Houston Athletics.
Yeah.
That's
He's
excellent.
Pretty good. He's pretty good at what
Yeah.
he does.
He retired from TDC, didn't he? I think when he was
100 years ago.
Yeah, because then he worked for Congressman Brady, and then he went to Sam.
Well, that's really exciting. So I'm
know.
sure he's getting ready for
In this
Battle of the
segment of
Party World.
Russell Martinez's resume,
I was fixing to say. y'all
I
just
know Russell
keep on
Martinez.
talking.
I know he won't be listening to us because he works for a living. But anyway, so y'all just all you lumberjacks out there, y'all just keep on dreaming.
so I know your show usually gets watched by Darren Bailey, so I'm imagining at some point I'll get a text when she catches this part of the show
Probably
Why?
because she went to Sam Houston. But you know
I know she did.
But you know the best thing, she's got
I
a
bet
relative. She's got a relative. Guess where her relative plays soccer? Oh yeah, in the purple and white. It's your
Anyway,
niece.
Anyway, we'll move along now.
okay. So really, what are you here for? Because honestly, Battle of the Piney Woods is the only thing that matters
I know
for
it's
this
going to be.
week.
You know what? And it's kind of like my football game of the week because the Aggies have a bye week.
Well, it is.
Oh, well, that's great. You
It's
can
Sa-
support Sam Houston.
It's Sam Houston State Hate Week.
Well,
That's
you
what
know,
we call it.
yeah, but
Hashtag
it's,
SHSU.
you know, I have
Hey,
a.
did you hear the new name that we've started calling Sam Houston? The Sam Houston Institute of Technology. SHI.
Okay, where have you been? Like
amazing.
We used to say that in high school before I went to college there.
Yeah.
But that was when school was in one room and all 12 grades went to the same teacher.
Okay. Can we?
That was
move along?
Conroe High School, people. That's what Brian's talking about. Conroe High School. That's right.
I know. And why did you invite him here?
I didn't.
I didn't either.
Oh, well, how did he get here?
I don't know.
Dick, you invited him, didn't you?
So also
Well, he just
happening.
hangs out every Wednesday at noon outside. So
It's like
he's
a
big
straight on.
Town
Fake news.
fan.
Fake news.
Thank you.
Fake news.
Looking
Okay.
for a morsel.
So on the way here, and this is part of the reason I'm late, is that I had some great. I know y'all been talking football, but I'm interrupting for a few minutes.
No, you're
Shocker.
fine. Actually, we were just talking about events. It wasn't just football.
Okay. So anyway, I talked to 3 different attorneys in the last 17 minutes, I believe. And all of them had interesting things to say, and they were all Montgomery County attorneys, too. So
Yeah.
they weren't Walker County. Although I did spend time with Walker County
Yeah.
this morning.
There's
too.
just some really interesting. I mean, everything's just been kind of
Lots
busy.
It has been busy, and lots of changes that are happening within the. Everybody thinks that all the races are set, and
they're
they're
not.
not.
I know.
They're
There's-
not.
That's
There's
right.
a lot of. I was so last night I went to BD Griffin's fundraiser, our county attorney, and there was the convert had nothing to do with
He was
BD.
discussed in Walker County this morning. Go ahead.
Not related to him, of course, but the conversation in the room it's obvious there's a lot of jockeying going on.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
There's a lot of jockeying.
and there's a lot of attorneys that are very sure of themselves about what's fixing to happen.
Right.
A lot of it, not one, not two, but they're all pretty sure. Anyway, so next season is going to be next election season
Right.
too is going to be really interesting because there are attorneys that are retiring, attorneys that are stepping down or asked to step down. and
Attorneys?
Judges. you know.
Judges, I'm sorry. I am so sorry.
That's okay.
I'm just on
You know-
Twitter. I've been talking politics
Okay.
since I got up this
Okay.
morning.
Well, we're gonna take a break in a minute, and we're gonna
Okay.
fill our glasses. That'll calm us all down. But before we do
Got
that,
glasses.
but they're in the car, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So before we do that, we're going to talk about a few more events that are coming up with some groups, some guests that we've had. Is that
Oh.
cool? Because we have our good friend Bob Milner having a volunteer rally this evening.
I know, and I'm excited.
It's going to be a lot of fun. That's going on at Glade Foundation. It's a wonderful place. If y'all would like to come out, he is running for Township Position 7. That's going to be a great event. We were talking about Lobster Fest a few minutes ago, which is
They are
happening
sold
tomorrow
out.
night. Happening tomorrow night, golf tournament on Friday. Our good friends at Celebrate Your Life organization are having their Kendra Scott Gives Back shopping event. That is happening Friday from 5 to 8. And if you are looking for something from Kendra Scott. Obviously, she has some really beautiful pieces.
Oh, she does.
You can do that, and you can celebrate a wonderful organization that takes care of cancer survivors here in the area. Just go to Kendra Scott in the Market Street. From between 5 and 8, they get a portion of the proceeds, and you can even call in your orders, and they can still get some proceeds from that.
Oh, wow.
I know, and that's so cool.
That's awesome.
Also happening Friday night is the Willis homecoming game, which is a big deal because it's like homecoming has
I don't
taken
know
over
the
my
Willis
life.
fight song, or I
Who's
sing
Willis
it.
playing?
Willis is playing Magnolia West.
Magnolia West.
Magnolia West. So it's sure to be a good game. We've got a new athletic director and head coach that came on last year. And
Hey, where's your new defensive coordinator from?
Whoop. He's from Aggieland.
No, your defensive coordinator.
Oh, him. Yeah, he's from SFA. Why do you keep plugging that?
Defensive coordinator? Like, that's an important position?
Can I just get it? Okay, so also happening on Saturday morning, we've got
I'm teasing. I'm teasing.
See, she immediately goes to the offensive coordinator because she was an Aggie and she thinks he's cute. Like,
He's not offensive coordinator. He's just receivers coach, but
okay.
that's right.
Look,
They're big enough that they've got a receivers coach.
So also Saturday morning, starting at 9:30, Family Promise is having their annual bed race and chili cook-off. That is happening at Lone Star College in Montgomery. Our wonderful friend Marilyn Kazmierski has taken over the helm as executive director of Family Promise. So it's a lot of fun. And then we've got the first annual concert in the country benefiting troops, Boots for Troops. That is going to be such a great show. They've got so many great headliners. It's happening in Magnolia. It's going to be a lot of fun. So if you would like to check that out, you can go to bootsfortroops.com, I think it is, not .org. But the tickets are available on Eventbrite. The Texas Wine and Art Fall Festival is happening in Old Town Spring because, it's officially fall now. In case nobody knew, because it's still 90 degrees outside.
I keep opening the door every morning going, fall. No,
I know.
No,
Not
it's
quite so much. Saturday night is the Woodlands Celebration of Excellence Gala, which is paying tribute to all of their hometown heroes, which is going to be fun. And, there's this one, too, and I don't remember what this is. Anyway, lots of stuff going on.
I know. It's that time of year.
It is that time of year.
I know. And do you remember last year when we said this? Okay, it's fixing to calm down.
Yeah, but it's
As
not.
soon as Catfish Festival is over.
Well, and Catfish Festival is coming up next weekend. By the way, you can go ahead and get your tickets online right now, and you can save, or you can go to the mobile app, and you can get your tickets right there, so they're on your phone when you come in the door. But that's coming up next Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the 11th, 12th, and 13th. Whew, the next 2 weeks. Y'all are going to have to scrape me off the ground.
I know.
Yep.
So.
But anyway, so lots of fun stuff going on. We're actually going to put all these stuff in our comments and everything. But I know that we, like you were talking about just a minute ago, there's lots of stuff going on here in Montgomery County and beyond. Lots of stuff that I think we want to talk about. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
lots going on. Yeah, and if you had the TV on before you walked out this morning.
yeah, no kidding.
Ooh, dun, dun, dun. All right. On that, how about we take a little break, and we can regroup?
Okay.
Yes.
No.
Anytime you click your nails, it makes me nervous that I'm missing something.
Sorry, I'm gonna quit clicking my nails.
No, you're not.
Dick's
No, you
going.
won't.
Dick's going. Okay.
Anyway, if you are leaving for lunch, make sure you tune us in on 104.5 or 106.1. Yeah, because in echo, that makes it so much clearer. Anyway, you can also watch us live on Facebook or tune us in on YouTube. This is Toast of the Town with Christy and Mel. We'll be right back.
Thank you so very much for checking out Jazzy Vibes with Soul. What? You haven't done so yet? Well, you've got to tune in. Hi, I am the host of Jazzy Vibes with Soul, Miss CeCe Holmes, and I invite you to check us out every Friday and Saturday from 7 until 9 p.m., where you will get the best in old school R&B and, of course, a little smooth jazz to make it jazzy. So tune in. That's right, tune in every Friday and Saturday right here on Conroe's 104.5 and 106.1 FM or worldwide at irlonestar.com.
This is Rick, TRC. Every Tuesday on my show, Afternoons with Lone Star from 3 to 7, I play back-to-back classic rock hits. That's right. I like to call it a 2 for Tuesday or a 3 for whatever it is you'd like. Call the request line, 936-647-3776, or message me on Facebook, Afternoons with Lone Star, make a music request. That's right, you can do it. Here's what else. Go over to our website, irlonestar.com. Get the app on your phone. It's easy. You'll like it.
What can the Better Living for Texans program do for you? You can learn how to increase your consumption of fruits and vegetables, choose foods that are relatively inexpensive and good to eat, make your food dollars last longer, prepare quick, nutritious meals, help your children learn how to eat healthier snacks, and much more. Our program is committed to helping people like you improve your health through providing research-based nutrition education in a friendly, cost-free, and relaxed environment. We are Texas A&M AgriLife Extension, helping Texans make their lives better.
Don't forget to download the Lone Star Community Radio app from your Google Play or Apple Store. Bring Montgomery County's community radio with you anywhere with your smartphone or tablet. If you are in the Conroe area, tune in on FM. That's Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1. If you are on the computer, bookmark irlonestar.com as your internet radio station. A Lone Star Community Radio. Broadcasting 24/7 from the heart of downtown Conroe, Texas.
Hey y'all, it's DJ Mike from Dance Time in Texas. Join me Monday through Friday at 8 a.m. as I count down the top 10 Texas Red Dirt songs that are packing the dance floor. I'll be featuring local artists and the story behind the hits, shows in the area, as well as new songs that make you want to dance. It's Dance Time in Texas with DJ Mike on Lone Star Community Radio, 104.5 KCZW and 106.1 KZCC, Conroe, Texas, or online, irlonestar.com.
Lone Star Boxer Rescue is a nonprofit organization serving Montgomery County and surrounding areas, dedicated to the health and well-being of the boxer breed. Lone Star Boxer Rescue is run and managed 100% by volunteers since 1999. Our main objective is to rescue, rehabilitate, and rehome boxers that come to us from many sources, including local animal shelters, owner surrenders, and strays. For more information about Lone Star Boxer Rescue, visit our website at lsbr.org.
Our talk shows and music shows are looking for sponsors. Want to expand your brand awareness? Reach the hyper-local audience in Montgomery County? Lone Star Community Radio sponsorships accomplish this. Want to see our stats and rates? Check out irlonestar.com/sponsor for more information. Or call in and leave us a message at 936-647-3776.
The Texas A&M AgriLife Extension Service has been dedicated to educating Texans for over a century. In 1915, the Extension Program was established under the federal Smith-Lever Act to deliver university knowledge and agricultural research findings directly to the people. Ever since, AgriLife Extension programs have addressed the emerging issues of the day, serving diverse populations across the state. Texans turn to Extension for solutions in horticulture, agriculture, 4-H and youth, and family and consumer sciences. Extension agents respond not only with answers, but also with resources and services that result in significant returns on investment to boost the economy. Join us Fridays at 1 o'clock for the AgriLife Extension Hour.
Hey.
That got jiggy.
Yeah. Welcome back, everybody, to Toast of the Town with Christy and Mel. This is Mel. And you
Christy.
are Christy.
Yeah.
Lovely voice, Christy.
Oh, well.
And today we are talking about, we're just talking about a lot of things.
There's
It's
so
us.
much going on.
It's us. It's the two of us and our favorite lumberjack.
Top
Brian.
10 anyway.
Yeah. Oh, very nice. Very good. Very good. Yeah. Anyway, Brian Dawson and Brian and I. Wait, before we get started, let's have a toast. I'm here. That's miracle.
Toastable enough. Yes.
Exactly.
So, like we were saying, there was lots of stuff going on in the news, and both of
exactly.
you. What I thought was really interesting is both of you actually came up with different reasons for saying that. So, Brian,
Yes. Yeah,
why don't
let's
you
talk
fill
to
us
him
in?
first.
Well, so you said that right as we went off the air or went on the commercial break, Mel, you said that, if you were watching the news right before we came, when we did, we both had different takes. Mine was in 2 days, well, actually a day and a half into Q4, we have erased all the stock market gains. The losses over yesterday and this half of today lost all of the Q3 gains that we had. And it's having some ripple effects across the economy with uncertainty. I just read a headline that the housing market in Manhattan, the prices are in free fall. I don't, they're outlandish. Yeah, whatever that means. I mean, they're outlandish anyway. But when they start pointing to specifics like that, it gets really interesting. Okay. Now, the stock market's been volatile for, I don't know,
a year.
Yes. Well, I would say longer than that. It has had some larger than normal swings, I think. But to say you erased a quarter's worth of gains in a day and a half is pretty...
Well, especially when you look at those gains.
Well, and how much of that do you think is due to this impeachment inquiry that they're doing?
Okay, that's what I was fixing to say is the reason is but
I mean, I think there are lots of reasons, but I think that's a viable one for sure.
And especially going into a presidential election, because, there have been a lot of people that have looked at this, and they all come up with a very similar outcome, and that is that the stock market does not care about party.
Right.
I mean, that's been looked at. It cares about uncertainty. It cares about stability. It does not care if a Republican.
That's correct.
If it doesn't care if it's a good Republican or a good Democrat or a bad or of either one, it wants consistency. It responds better to consistency, and I think that is impeachment is certainly a significant amount of.
Well, it's a significant event in the history of the country, and that's just. So that's what.
On that topic, actually, I heard the other day we talk about it. And we know that there have been a couple of presidents impeached, but do you know one has never been removed from office? Never been removed. So
they're not going to remove him either. So
we've had several impeachments, and so most people know what that is. We've seen it on TV, at least in our lifetime. We've seen one or two at least. But the trial that then occurs in the Senate, we've is what it takes to remove them. We've never had to remove them.
Well, and I think that's what's interesting too, because I think a lot of people, well, at least before Clinton, everybody would hear impeachment and think, oh, okay, well then they're on their way out. But it's not. It's just the investigation and the trial to actually prove whether or not they've committed an individual offense.
Y'all are too young for this, but I was in.
Did you see how I avoided that age joke a second ago? How delicately I avoided that?
No, I didn't. So anyway, I was in grade school-ish, I think. Yes, I was. And Nixon resigned because they told him, you're fixing to be impeached.
Right.
And the question I have, though, and I don't remember, I was a kid, but the question I have is, was the Senate a Republican Senate at the time? And if it was it so serious that they would have gone ahead and had the impeachment thing?
I wonder that.
I just don't know. I need to look into it.
So on my first trip to your motherland, I went through the Bush Library, and I'm tying it back to that. And what a lot of people don't remember is that when that was going on, George H.W. Bush was the chair of the RNC, and there's a card in there, or at least there was on my trip through there. It's his handwritten note to Nixon telling him it's time
to resign.
And it was in essence telling him to resign.
Well, and I think I think it was a different time, though. I think it was reflective of just kind of the sense of honor back in those days. Because if you were,
I was going to say standards, but standards, respect, honor, and all of them fit. Yeah.
And where I'm not even going to be questioned about this. I'm not going to put my country through that. Now it's like, okay, well, prove it. Yeah. And and the thing is what's really bad is in Clinton's instance, even when you prove it, even then it's really hard to remove somebody from office. So
it is, and Trump won't be removed from office either.
I don't remember. Did they even take up proceedings in the Senate with Clinton?
No,
I didn't think so. I mean,
they may have moderately addressed it, but they didn't. I mean,
they didn't go. I don't remember them going. I mean, I was a freshman in college. I don't remember them going to trial.
Well, remember, nobody came out and said, I did not have sexual relations with that woman. And then they ended up finding, and then they ended up going through and finding the evidence, and then he ended up changing his story rather quietly, we'll say. But even though he committed perjury, he was still allowed to stay in office.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think it'll be. I think they talk about this being sad for the country, and I understand that. I understand the
implications.
Well, and I understand the respect that older men and women have for government, not including my own age group. I'm talking about really older, and they have respect for the government, and this just shatters their world.
Well, but and that's what we've seen, a consistent degradation of the standard and the honor and respect for all of it. I mean, going back to, I'll point back to, the Democrats changing the Senate rules to get judges, through confirmation, through getting federal judges through confirmation, and then the Republicans did the same. And I'm not saying it started there. I'm certainly not, because I'm sure it started before that. But we've seen this consistent degradation of
Well, but there's also so much of a witch hunt. I mean, you look at Kavanaugh once again having to fight claims from somebody that doesn't even remember what happened.
And along those lines, this is where I was headed with it. Okay, it's not that. I mean, forget about the respect of the older people. Forget about the respect of the Supreme Court. Forget about all of that. Okay, the real crime here is that nothing is getting done. Nothing.
You're exactly
not
right.
one thing is getting done.
Hey, y'all look over here, and we're going to keep you distracted, so you're not paying attention to what's really going on.
Exactly.
You're absolutely right, because while they're talking about impeachment, and impeachment is what is leading the conversation.
Yes.
Go Google what is going on with Joe Biden's son.
Exactly.
And the money and that transpired.
Right. And $50,000 a month for somebody that had no prior knowledge or experience in the oil and gas industry.
But what Joe Biden did as vice president.
Yes, true.
I mean, so I can't. And it's that slide. It's that sleight of hand.
Yeah.
It's stop talking about him. He's walking in.
Okay. Keep going.
But it's that sleight of hand again of, this is what's going on. This is what's going on. We're trying to tell you what's going on. We're screaming the loudest to distract you from this, because that was their leader in in the polls. And,
right.
And you see, but people are paying attention because his numbers have plummeted double digits in the last 3 weeks.
Well, and his whole deal is that look what Trump has said, okay? Mm-hmm. And so you look at it and you go, well, maybe he didn't mean that. Maybe he could have been, what he really meant was something way beyond that. And when you look at what Biden said, black and white. Sorry, I know that irritated you, me slamming on the table.
But
it irritated my ears.
The timeline, with regards, you're absolutely right. In addition to that, the timeline with Trump doesn't add up to the facts don't fall in line with the narrative that the Democrats are spinning.
Thank you.
Yes.
They have no problem. Nancy Pelosi has no problem getting up there and lying to the American people. Her press conference today, she walked out there and it was some HB4, but it was something completely irrelevant that they're just trying to tie everything to. And it's...
But it really makes me worry to bring it home, and I mean literally to bring it locally. It makes me worry about politics, because what happens is we have new candidates that run every cycle. The incumbents and the people that have run before, not so much, but the new people, and everybody thinks that that's the way politics is. It's okay to lie.
Yeah.
It's okay to say what you want. I've got to get elected, and then I'll deal with it.
It's okay to say whatever you have to say to get elected.
And that's crazy. That's not the way it is. You should be honorable.
That's not the way it should be. And that's not the way historically, the way that it was. Because it used to be an honor to be an elected official. Exactly. It used to be something that was held in such high esteem. But over the years, the degradation of the office and behavior. But we've also seen the followings
of these people. It's basically fan clubs. It's not about what they think and what they believe. It's, I want my guy to win. So some people don't even want to believe the facts. You can show them in black and white. Well, it's not.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens going forward, both what happens, how the Democratic Party keeps trying to spin it, because they've got to keep coming up with new facts. Absolutely, because everything they keep saying keeps getting
it gets shot down.
Well, what's going to be interesting to me, because and y'all know this, but our main arena of play in politics is local politics. County down and
play.
Well,
that's work, man.
Yeah.
And it's becoming
Yeah.
I'm thinking back to We Were Soldiers and Mel Gibson's line. It's getting awfully sporting down here.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And it really is. And then you've got, like we were talking about, and what's a ripple effect of all this impeachment talk is how it affects the stock market, which affects everybody. And people think, that doesn't matter. That's happening up in Washington, but it affects all of us.
And so the next step in that conversation is we've seen the attacks from, Yemen / Iran on Saudi Arabia, and why that matters to Texas is oil per barrel jumped $20 a barrel overnight when that happened. Gas went up 50 cents a gallon overnight.
It did.
And people in West Texas are going, come on, $100 a barrel. I mean, because it doesn't unilaterally affect the country the same way.
Yeah. Well, and it's like, and this is, hey, we threw the Russians out there. Well, that didn't work to get them. So let's throw the Ukrainians out there and see if we can get them.
And
that way.
I love the little
Russians
Ukrainian.
light.
I love the little Ukrainian president. He's just so he's like a little boy Trump. He just starts talking and he no. What I said was,
well, and it'll be we were talking earlier today too about Bernie Sanders being rushed into surgery. And he's canceling some campaign events and everything like that.
Canceled his calendar.
Yeah.
They just ran
So it's going to be interesting to see where they go from here.
It will be.
Yeah.
It will be.
And Elizabeth Warren, showing so much headway there for a bit and then retracting, it'll be.
Well, and there's a lot of, there's along that line, there's a lot of effort to prop up Kamala Harris.
Yeah. And I can't figure out why.
I don't know. It's reminiscent to 2008 and a certain senator from Illinois that was being propped up by talking.
Really. Just
when you look at it and you lay over their resume, their political resume, what they've accomplished in a very short time frame, what they're said to, it's very, very reminiscent to that play.
Okay, so I don't even know if he's supposed to be on the air today, but we just had a guest walk in.
We did. Actually, I texted him a little while ago because I saw his truck parked around the corner. Yes.
Oh, my gosh.
Surprise guest.
I know. And
Mr.
I haven't
Stephen
seen him in forever.
I
So it's so
know.
good to see you, Stephen. 2 weeks
ago.
Listen, I hate people like you.
But he's been busy.
So great to see you. We hate you.
He and Keith Reagan have been going 90 miles an hour.
I know. Cajun
along with a few other
Catfish
people.
Festival. But they're
coming
the
up.
only ones that really matter,
This
right?
is true.
Stephen?
Only one in this room that's doing anything.
This
that's
is true.
sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
drink
This
it
is
up.
why you don't have a glass.
Yeah, drink it up.
How are you? Are you ready?
It's going to happen no matter what.
I know. Now, see, right, just with that one little statement, you just instilled doubt and fear into the tens of thousands that are coming.
It's going to be here.
Yeah, it's going to be here. It's going to be great.
It's going to be fun.
I know.
Actually, you're going to start seeing some progress Sunday, Monday.
Yeah.
That was pretty good there. Sunday, Monday, you're going to see the carnival start rolling in. So
Yeah.
that's going to be, you're going to really know it's here.
I know. And so Thursday night, we give everybody a good carnival test run.
Yep, test run. It's $20 armbands. Ride all you want. It normally lasts till about 10, 11 o'clock. If there's still people there at 10, he goes to 11. If not, he shuts down at 10.
And no entry fee to come in.
No entry fee.
Yeah.
So you can
Come ride the
all
rides.
the rides you want. There is some carnival food there, so you come hungry, eat corn dog, funnel cake.
Yep. That's
and
good.
then at 6 p.m. on Friday, we kick it off all weekend.
Kicking it off crazy.
That'll be fun.
So
And then there's no sleep till Sunday.
And then there's
no sleep
till
until
Sunday.
Monday.
Monday morning.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's a
We
very.
clean the streets and we finish about 2 a.m.
Yeah.
Take a nap and wake back up.
So we have a really great, exciting lineup coming up this year. I mean, I'm even pumped about Friday night.
I'm probably as pumped about Friday night as I am. It's a different kind of pumped. If someone knew how to use vibrate,
You know
I just
what?
can't imagine.
I actually thought that I'd stop.
I stopped.
I actually thought that I'd turn the sound off. That's our good friend Teak, by the way.
An iPhone. Yeah. And there's a little button right there. It mutes everything for you.
Yeah. Anyway, so back to the story at hand. I can't take y'all anywhere. I know. So, everybody, I can't imagine the headlines tomorrow.
Take a moment to compose yourself. We'll talk amongst ourselves.
So, Mike Ryan, headlining Friday night along with Randall King.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's going to be a great night. Looking forward to the whole weekend. I had an interview with the Courier yesterday on the phone with
I
Sandra.
saw
She
that.
did a wonderful job on that write-up yesterday. I told her, we probably say this every year, but this is the best lineup ever.
Yeah.
The best lineup ever.
Well, and that's one of the things that I love about festival too, is we really ride the trends. And what's really funny is we have to do it a year in advance in order to book the talent. But Mike Ryan has got such great new music coming out. Randall King just got some Texas Country Music Awards for Mirror Mirror.
Mirror Mirror, yeah.
And
Single of the year, right?
yeah, and so to be able to kind of capitalize on that, every now and then we get lucky.
Well, and for those of you that were there last year, Randall King put on a heck of a show, and I've been
He was
very
awesome.
open about it. Shows seeing someone live can change your opinion of an artist.
Yeah.
And I was not just a raging fan of Randall King last year when he came at festival, and then seeing the show that he put on last year at festival. I think I've seen him another time or two since then, just because he's an entertaining artist.
And he is making some rounds.
He has some good music.
Aaron Watson and Chris Ledoux had a child, it would be Randall King.
Yeah. Yeah, and Mike Ryan, the first time I saw him was a few years ago when he opened up for Cody Johnson down at Sam Houston Raceway Park. And he was great then, and now he's come out with another album and just really putting out some great music.
Putting out solid music. And he's puts out an interesting brand of music, but he's working hard, pushing his music and his image and his sound, and his amassed a pretty significant following. I haven't seen him live. That's probably the one I'm looking forward to most.
Yeah, it's going to be a good show. And then we roll into Saturday. So we really kicked the great music off on Saturday with
Jody Booth.
Yes, Hometown Boy.
Trent Cowley.
No, I'm sorry, Trent Cowley, yes.
Yeah. And then Jody Booth.
Yeah, then Jody Booth, and then JB and the Moonshine Band.
Which will be a lot of fun.
Which will be a lot of fun, and then I get kind of nostalgic after that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
this is the first time ever that we've had this caliber back to back, Kevin and Pat.
I know, and Kevin coming out of his Dos Borrachos announcement with Roger Krager, which is going to be a great show that I would love to have as part of the Sounds of Texas music series. But really, Saturday's going to be bumping starting at
What's
what
the name
time?
of their song? Their first song? Drinking Buddies? Drinking Friends?
Isn't it Dos Borrachos?
Yeah, that was Dos
Yeah,
Borrachos.
it is Dos. Yeah.
Yeah. So all that fun starts at
Noon.
But we've got
Actually, our gates open at 11 on Saturday.
and
Let
there's
me praise that.
so much going on. We got the hometown stage rocking.
Hometown
We've
stage
got
is rocking the whole day.
Yeah.
Carnival's rocking.
Carnival
food
food.
courts running.
and we got some great street talent this year that we
Yes,
haven't had before.
We got our normal juggler, and then
he's
we
so
have
good.
the guy that does the flame throwing. I don't know what it's called. Just great artist. And then we
Yeah.
have, for the kids, we have a new item that's going to be floating around the festival. It's a balloon artist. It's free. There's no charge for it. You just walk up and ask for a balloon
Awesome.
art. They're going to be over by the Cajun stage area. The Ogden stage area. So definitely get over there to look at that. With fine arts, we got some fine arts here this year. This is a new venture for us. And then plenty of arts and crafts for that
Yeah.
too.
Well, and speaking of the Ogden stage, we overlooked who's going to be there Friday night.
Yeah,
Which has a huge Wayne Tubes.
Wayne Tubes.
which has a
Such a great following.
great following, great show, fun show.
Yeah. If you follow or if you enjoy Cajun music anywhere in this area, you think Wayne Tubes.
It's been about two or 3 years since
He's a busy guy.
we've had him. He's just been busy. We get to him too late, or we just couldn't afford him that year.
Yeah.
But we got him early this year. We listened to the listeners and got him quick.
Yeah.
And got him booked up.
Yeah, which is so perfect with this year being the 30th Conroe Cajun Catfish Festival.
Right. I agree.
And what an amazing milestone to be able to hit here, where we have been shutting down the streets and sometimes celebrated, sometimes cussed, but such an awesome time. And if you've never been out here, you really need to make it a point to come out. And even if you aren't coming out here, you should go to our website and buy some raffle tickets for the amazing ATV that we are actually auctioning off.
Yeah. Everybody can drive it. It has power steering.
Yeah, and it was and donated by Ogden Power
Ogden Power
Sports,
Sports,
which is also the title sponsor for our Cajun stage. The tickets are just $10.
Yep.
And this is
you
like
can buy them online.
and it's like a $7,000 ATV or something like that. So if you
And we're
are,
raffling it the day of the festival. on
announcing it
night.
Saturday. Yeah.
You have to be there to win?
You don't
No.
have to be there.
Okay, because I'm going to win it.
And
But
I've
I'll
got,
be there, so
and
it
I've,
doesn't really
yeah,
I'll just
but
donate
I've
it back
got
then.
tickets in my purse.
Oh, Melanie, no.
So anybody, if you want to buy tickets, let me know if you see me around town, because I have them on me all the time to sell, and we're not really selling a whole bunch. So your odds are pretty good, but I'd still stack them and, buy 100 or so.
If you can't get a hold of Christy, because we know how that is. I mean, you can buy them on friendsofconroe.com. There's a link.
Y'all
You can
sound
buy
like y'all
however
love
many you
each
want.
other.
We do have a minimum of 500 before,
Yeah.
But go ahead and get on there.
And
get
how
them.
much are they?
$10.
$10.
Just $10.
$10.
I know.
So I could buy 10, and
And
that
just
would
in time
be,
for
I would just kind of load myself
Well, and
up.
and it's before hunting season kicks off.
Yep.
You could start off
yeah,
hunting
that's
season with a
correct.
brand new
It's
ATV.
green.
Huh?
Yeah, it's green.
Yeah.
Great.
It's going to be out here, isn't it? It'll
It's
be
going
out
to be
here.
out here on display. There's going to be some other ones too that they do. I mean, these guys at Ogden, they have a really good new shop up there in Huntsville.
Yeah.
Can-Am dealership. He's also here locally. He has a repair shop, and he sells some used ones out there. I recently took my my Ranger and my Gator to him and had it repaired, and he did an excellent job. Had it in and out in less than the week.
That's great.
Wow.
Yeah.
Especially for this time of year.
Yeah.
That's really awesome. Yeah.
Good guys over there.
Yeah, good guys. And then, of course, we have DeMontron coming on as sponsor for our Texas Music Stage.
So he's
Yep.
up in Huntsville. I'll just go hang out over there and be nice
Yeah.
and just
Right there
stuff,
off 19.
stuff the ballot box
I
a
think
little
it's
more.
19. I forgot where it's at. 30
Yeah,
or
yeah.
19?
I'm
Okay.
just being cute. I'm not really going to go hang out.
And of
We never
course,
know with you, though.
Silver Eagle.
You're right.
Yep, DeMontron got the stage. That's where all the big talents can be. Kevin Fowler, Pat Green, and Randall King, and Mike Ryan. Silver Eagle, which is Bud Light. We
Yeah.
can say it's Bud Light. We're actually an Anheuser-Busch event. That's why we only sell Anheuser-Busch products. They come down from corporate and check us out.
And they give us
support
fantastic support.
Yep.
Yeah.
The guys over there locally and regionally, they're just great guys to work with. They've actually been our longest running sponsor for 30th year.
30th year.
annual
Wow.
this year.
Okay, so we don't have a whole lot of time left, but I want to, I want you to tell everybody why. I mean, it's a great event and it's a lot of fun, but what's really at the root of Catfish Festival? Conroe
We don't have
Catfish.
enough time for me to tell me why I do this.
Okay, no,
why
not
I
why
do this
you
for
do
12
this.
months out of the year.
Why should they come support it?
So the Friends of Conroe, which is the promoting sponsor of the festival, they've been doing this for 30 years now, but, the money goes back to the community. We don't have any overhead. We have a small office and a small paid employee that does all of our paperwork, but all the money goes back. And I'll tell you, last year, we gave back more than we made at the festival last year in overall. But it goes back to everything in the community that everybody wants of, the Optimist Cub, Cut and Shoot Lions Club.
Our VFW 4709.
Our VFW, I mean, we support the VFW, local police, local fire.
Feast with Friends.
Feast with Friends. So that's our Thanksgiving dinner that we feed. We've been feeding 3,000 to 5,000 people a year. We're expanding that. I think this year the girls that are running it, I think we're trying to go to northeast and central locations. So we'll have some up on the Willis side and some in the East County side, and they need it this year.
Yeah,
with what's
with the
going
flood,
on.
yeah.
Absolutely.
This was a big thing when we did it in 18
Yes.
after Harvey.
Harvey.
All right.
So it's going to be even needed over there this year, more even than it was last year. So the money goes right back to the community, and
And high school scholarships as well.
high school scholarships. We've been doing that for as long as I can remember, at least 20, 25 years we've been doing scholarships. But it all goes back to community. This is our 30th annual festival. It's not our 30th year, but it's our 30th festival. Throughout the grounds, you'll see some,
Don't
long
ask.
story. Let's not get
This
into
has
that.
been-
Oh, I'm
this is-
gonna argue. It
this
was
is
a
an
30-hour
ongoing argument.
conversation.
That's okay. That's okay.
But
Keep
anyways,
going.
we have some murals set up with old pictures
Yeah.
from the back in the day, and along with all of the benefactors. So you'll see everything we got, and these are 4 foot by 4 foot signs each that has all these names displayed on there. They're kind of small because we had to get them all on
Yeah.
one page. And then a little bit brief history about the Friends of Conroe, and thanking our fellow patrons that were here before us that started this.
That
all.
started. Yeah.
So is the artwork that you did with the old pictures that make the logo, is that going
Yes.
to be on display?
Yes.
So I'm privy, I've seen this. It's pretty amazing to see, but 30 years worth of pictures put together to make the logo.
It's over 300 pictures. There's quite a few duplicates in there, but it's a 4 foot by 4 foot mosaic, picture mosaics, and then our logo stands out, and everything is in the foreground.
Yeah.
But you can go in there and you can really see. You don't need glasses. You can see it
Yeah.
really crystal clear. They're actually over at the office. We picked them up yesterday. So yeah, definitely some good signage to look. So don't just come out and drink a beer and eat food and listen to music. Come out and look at what we've invested in. We
Yeah.
spend a lot of money on signage to get our name shown.
So you spend a lot of money on a lot of things. I mean, there are a lot of businesses in this area, okay, there are a lot of businesses in the area that reap the benefits of this. They have lots of business as a result of Catfish Festival,
We
whether
spend a
it's
lot of
directly
money.
from the festival or it's from people in hotels and that sort of thing.
Yes.
So I don't see any reason at all for anybody to have much of a complaint, an issue about anything that has to do with Catfish Festival. But and not that I know that anybody does, but aside from that, it gives people a reason to come out and support it, especially this year, because we have had trouble. We have had people that have suffered as a result
Yes.
of
We help the
Imelda.
community.
Yeah.
We help the community.
Yes.
We're hidden. We're trying to get our name out there showing, but we help the
Good.
community, and we've
Good.
been helping them for 30
Well,
years.
and that's one thing about Friends of Conroe is for so many years everybody's been okay with being behind the scenes. We don't feel like we got to promote ourselves because that's not what we're here for. But honestly, one thing that we've come to terms with is the more people that realize that the Conroe Cajun Catfish Festival, all it does is provide money that goes back into the
Right.
community.
Right.
People need to know that.
Sure they
you
do.
know,
Sure
and
they do.
and I know that
Which
I
is
love
the
being.
reason I asked that interesting question a while ago.
Did you say how many scholarships y'all gave?
It varies from year to year.
It was 10 to 15 this year. It all depends on how much we raise off the festival.
Yeah.
Last year, we had a good festival. It just didn't raise the funds we needed to give back as much. But we still gave back more than we generated in revenue last
So
year.
come drink beer and put somebody to college. Send somebody to
hey,
college.
I can't think of a better
And
reason to
as
drink
much
beer.
and as much beer as we can drink, by God, we can
We
send
could
some
put
people
some
to
kids to
college.
college.
Absolutely.
And avoid the lines. Buy your tickets online.
Or on the mobile
ConroeCajunCatfishFestival.com.
app.
Great idea.
Or the friendly
idea.
app because you can.
Or the app, Conroe Cajun
It's nice
Catfish
and
Festival
easy.
on iOS and Android.
Yes, and it's nice and easy. One button. It's even got a map. It's got all
All
kinds
right.
of good
Can you
stuff.
reload your
Okay,
cards
I
there
hate
too?
doing this, but we got to wrap
Yeah.
up, guys.
I know. Wow.
I
I'm
know,
telling you,
but it was a great day.
The show,
it was a great show.
The
I
show,
enjoyed it.
The show kind of goes along with the trend of the week. There's so
Yes.
many things
Glad you
going
could
on.
finally join us, Matt.
We're going to be talking about all of this more. If you would like more information, make sure you go to ConroeCajunCatfishFestival.com. Check that out. Also, look at the Moxie page. We're going to be having all kinds of pictures and coverage on there as well. And if you have a topic or an event that you would like us to promote, please let us know
I
because we'd
didn't
love
get
to
to
share
talk
it.
about Chicago.
Okay, well, we'll talk about that next time.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for tuning in to Toast of the Town with Christy and Mel. Y'all make it a great week.
Cheers.